channels always need to come back. We are missing 4. Number 13, 21, 29, 37. Peter Himmel, the beer's on you tonight, okay? Also. Alright, so welcome everyone. Today we do the official briefing. We will make that one a little bit longer because I would like to make it only once. Remember in Grübingen we had to restart the first flight and do it all over again. So we do it one time, okay? Everything which is mentioned here will count. Of course we have the rule book and I will just now announce the team so you know everybody involved. Alright, so of course Florian, head of everything here on the field. I pronounced him yesterday already. And also Kishke, of course. For the flying side, we have our own people. So they will take care about food and stuff. So we have our own crew, which is the competition race director, which he thought he goes on vacation, is René. So everything he says counts, okay? And then he has the strongest wing girl we have available, Marianne. I will do it in between. So the heat time, she will write down on paper, is on my back of the trailer, written with a pen. If we need to postpone, she will change the time there. That time counts. Not what is in RC model spots. On RC model spots you have your starting number, which we have a line later on, and so on. Okay? Also, and then we have head of jury, Thomas Schorb. Wer ist noch in der Jury? Oh, wow. Sorry. Okay, maybe I can tell you quickly how I made the jury. Thomas Schorb said, you have to really inform the people in advance so they can get prepared. I said, Thomas Schorb, you are head of jury, okay? He's like, yeah, but I don't know, I want to know. Okay, thank you for confirmation. So Thomas is the head, and then I think the other guys don't even know yet. There is Holger Genkinger, second jury. Hage Siegenthaler, third jury. And then Andrei from Slovenia, first reserve, and second reserve is Reto Scherer. Please also a big thank you to Andre. We made some tests in spring and he adapted the program, installed everything so we can have a perfect World Championship. Thank you very much, Andre. Okay, how do we start? We would like to start to race as soon as possible, of course. The starting time will be announced down there. We also have a megaphone, okay? As soon the grass will dry out, we will also make every marking with the proper, how is it called, like Streuwagen, okay? So we have everything perfectly organized. For now, we put the red and white Absperrband, so you know it. So very important for you guys to know, there is a pilot box very much on the left side of the field, starting pretty much where the finishing line is, okay? Finishing line is there so you can directly land in. The field where you land is the beautiful cutted grass from Neresheim, okay? And if you're not landing direct, there is that Absperrband at the moment. You have to pass the finish line behind that one. It doesn't matter, we agreed that you can do it in the middle of the valley if you want to. And that counts. After that line, you are able to use your engine. You can also switch it on twice if you want. Anybody which switches on the engine after turning point 1 gets disqualified, okay? So you have a section between the finishing line and the turn point 1 where you can use your engine, and we do it like that because we have many people which are not so experienced. We want, of course, we have a little bit of a disadvantage. The landing is not as sharp counted, I would say, but we want to have it safe, and our main target is that everybody still smiles tonight, okay? That's also why we have 5 groups now to start the event. And we look how we go, and we will shrink it down to 4 groups if possible. Okay, but we start With 5, we fly until it's dark, and so on. Okay, so, yeah. Yeah, so the only thing you have to do is, if you cross the line, you have to say, I start my engine, and you go. There's nobody telling you that you can do it, you will just do it automatically. If you use it too early, Andre, which is also in the jury and organization, will check it afterwards. So you're not allowed to delete any task you have flown, otherwise you get disqualified for that round anyway, okay? So the second very important thing, we made a local rule for safety flying, okay? Safety flying is very important. If the committee from our GPS triangle or organization people, somebody sees somebody flying dangerously, they will give you kind of a fine. You get once told, and if you do it twice, you can watch the rest of the race, okay? We'll be very strict on that. Because we had the issue in Grübingen, and I have to take it a little bit on my side as well. The French team arrived for the first time. We announced it kind of in German, and they didn't know all the rules. So I want to make sure they also know, because the mistakes they made were not on purpose. They made it because they didn't know, okay? So please, everybody help each other so we don't have a problem there. Because I know everybody is a good pilot, so that's not a problem. The same, the cutted grass is your landing area, and there will be the Streuwagen line on both sides. For now, in front of the pilot box, the grass is cutted and then it gets high. If you touch the high part, you have 0 landing points. Your plane has to be inside that runway. You can go all the way down to the street. I don't care, but the plane needs to be in that runway. If you touch with the part, we had this case in Wiel, where Michi touched the line by 2 centimeters. He didn't know. Then you have 0 landing points. Our guys here, please be aware, do it for us as a favor. So if they say it's like this, you can make a protest to them, and the jury will decide. So they will make a picture with their mobile phone and so on, okay? All right, so that's the landing. Any questions on the landing or engine use? I don't think so, right? Okay, then the next one is the entry. Yeah, sorry, Andrew?
Before start, okay, restart also possible with engine?
Yes. Like the local rules, we hang them out. Also in 1 to 3, you're able to restart with your plane, so switch on the engine as many times as you want in the window. And please, that's about the dangerous flying. The starting line above us is the runway where 10 pilots come. If you're late, like I'm always late, you go over the starting line, you do have to make a big lap going away from the main landing field. Unfortunately, we have the new task online now. We have this massive Sperrzone, which is endless. My plan was to fly over there. Sorry, we cannot do that. We will find our way. I will instruct the tow pilots how to tow. And just that you know, I spoke to Andre. If the tow pilots go through the safety zone, you can restart your task and have a 100% valid flight. We will brief the tow pilots that they not fly into the safety zone, because of course we want you not to fly into the safety zone at all. But this is one task we have to be aware of, okay? So this is the task. There is a ring around it with the Sperrzone, and you have one square, the little one, it's above the clubhouse. The safety zone starts exactly where our models are parked, okay? So this is, I mean, it's not helping, you will see it on the screen, but this is the line the safety box is, and then we have the bigger safety box behind. They're both endless, from 0 to 800. So if you touch them, you are disqualified. But we arranged a little bit. The edges of the field where the turning points are, there you have some space, because we know there is some turbulence there, okay? So anyway, you see it on the screen. So if you hit the penalty zone, of course, it's 0, okay? Any questions there? I think that's clear too. Towing. You guys all have engines. I don't think, do we have anybody without the engine racing here? Was Affolter. But I gave you a new plane 2 weeks ago. Okay, good. Okay, fair play. So, yeah, Stefan.
Is it possible to show us with your sign where is the area we can start an engine?
Everywhere. Oh, you mean landing? Yes. From here to here.
Und runter bis Wiesengehege, ne?
Egal. Altitude. One question. Altitude, it's not an issue. You can even go into the valley. We said we don't care. The only thing we will not count is if you do a touchdown outside the landing zone. Okay? Because you know, we are able to roll into the landing field if needed in the main landing field. If you cross the line outside the official landing field area where you have to finish the task, it will count 0 landing points. But you must be very unlucky, okay? Normally. Just for the Klapptriebwerk guys that we explained that one time, we had the issue with George Tanner in Grübingen. He put the Klapptriebwerk out before the line and he started the engine after the line. It sounded like he switched it on too early. We checked the task and it was after. So if is there any issue, you can go say, hey, check my flight. I switched on the engine after the line. We will be able to see that, okay? So of course, if we see that, it's full points, of course, okay? Yeah?
Thank you so much. And the other question is whether we can start the after towing the motor.
Anywhere. Anywhere. The only thing, Stefan, above the entry line, where the line is, okay, I show you quickly. This region is for the pilots flying in. So I would recommend you guys to go inside the triangle and then back in. Okay? Is that clear for everyone? Jürgen? Yes, it's allowed to land into the landing field, but in the landing field. You know, when you finish the task flying over, you have to do it outside the landing field. If you touch the ground there, it's 0. If you can roll into the landing field, please, also one note, there is the cutted grass. We will mark the landing field. You can roll in from behind. You have to come with your plane from behind the sign of this edge. You're not allowed to land in from the side, okay? Yes. As long as you are in the running, it's fine, okay? Any questions? Okay. No, that's the same thing. Now I will I will show you how it works with your stativ, okay? So we have a line where the models are all lined up. It will be marked also with numbers, so you can come and place your model there. Next to you is an area where everybody was flying yesterday. There is your board units stored through the day, okay? And then there is a marked area in the back where the pilot brings his tablet when he's flying. After the flight, he takes his stand and his tablets and puts it back. Because Andre told us that it's very important that you go with your tablet as close as possible to your plane to bind the channel. Okay? So the best is you line up your model, you go with your tablet quick to your plane, synchronize the channel, and then walk into the box. After the box, you take your tablet back, place it next to the pilot box, take your tablet. Behind the Chocofly wind flags is the mobile phone zone. In front of those two pylons with the flag, there is no one uploading the file. Okay? One more thing. If we land into this direction, we have a gate at the very end where you can walk out with your model and walk behind all the pilots. We would recommend and we want that you switch off your plane on the side before you walk back. We will not control that, but please make that as a favor because it can also hit you. And also, you're not allowed to tow back the plane in front of the pilots. Only, you have to carry it, I'm sorry, you have to carry it out and walk it back, okay? Any questions there? I think it's simple. We will support you through the day. We need to get adjusted, so of course today we make it a bit more easy. If we land from the cloister side, it's very easy. You roll out and you just carry your plane outside on the right behind the uplined planes, okay? All right, so now about the windows, okay? So I make an example. We are going to write down 9 o'clock preparation time. You have 5 minutes to get your model in position. Then, 10:05, we start to tow. 10:10, the working time, the window opens for 15 minutes. All those times will be written on paper there, and they count. You can make a picture. I would always come before and watch. If you're not ready, and you're number 2, and you're not also number 1 left, and you're number 2, you will need to go at the end of the line. The window is big enough. If you have a technical issue, the pilots behind don't want to wait. You have to go back, or we're gonna tell you to go back. Okay? I think that's also clear. And then the last thing, that's a cool one, about the wing loading. Okay? So we have a list. In scale class, the plane is 150 gram wing loading, has a maximum weight. That one is on a list, which we have down there to show for everyone. Marianne, head of champion of the list, has behind the number which you can reach. So we have 1% range it can be. For example, my plane can be 18.4 kilogram. It can be 184 grams heavier. It's 182, I measured yesterday, okay? So please be aware, there is a scale there. The official scale is down there at the field. Mr. Hage brought us a portable battery. We can move it. It will be placed there. Each lineup, 2 to 3 pilots, somebody will come to you, say, if you push anything on the controller, you're disqualified, okay? If I see any water going out of those planes, I know, I'm not finished, you get disqualified straight, okay? Then 2 pilots or yourself will carry the plane on the scale. First check. If it's okay, you go straight to the line, not to miss your flight. If it's over, there is a second scale behind the operation house, the race office house, a second scale. If you're over, you go to the hangar. If you're still over, you can keep sitting here, okay? If the second scale is still over and you will miss your window, not our problem, okay? The scale is there now. The scale will be there all week, every day, 24 hours. You can check it there. If your plane is too heavy, not our problem. You will be disqualified for the round. On the second time catching you, you will be sent home, okay? SLS class, so we have this also. SLS class, we have the German rule, 25 kilogram maximum flight weight of the plane. So there's no 1%, there's 25 kilogram and over, you're disqualified as well. Okay? I think it's clear. Thomas? Oh, he's quite happy with me. I'm stoked. I was afraid that... Okay, tow pilots. We have the strongest and best pilots here. Danke vielmals. Power Slap Team. They will have their own T-shirts hand out so you can even see where they are. They have the same shirt I wear in white with the black print, so the tow pilots, you can go to him and like, give me a tow. We tow with 3 planes, 3 tow planes. It's going to go super quick. They know what they do. Please be aware. You can use the engine, except Urs. We get Urs tonight flying with the electric one. So don't tow over 600 meters. You can always use the engine. If the tow pilot reminds you 2 times, he will release you with the rope, and it's your problem, okay? We don't want to go super strict on that one, but be aware they also want to enjoy. So back then we went to 750 meters. It's not necessary anymore. Go to 550, 600, whatever. Be aware, release early enough because they're so powerful. If you go at 550, you will still shoot at 620, so you'll be fine. We have long ropes, so towing is very easy. I think that's also very clear. Okay? Okay, about launching in general. If we have everything failing, only one tow plane left. All the tow pilots have 2 planes ready at the starting line. If there is a problem with the window and we cannot reach, the Marianne, which is standing down there, will give you the permission to launch yourself. Okay? Don't push your plane out and launch yourself. The lineup is fair. If we have issues with tow planes, I would say if we have one left, we will see. The window time with 15 minutes is plenty long enough. We tested in Grübingen with 13 guys. We needed 8 to 11 minutes. So if I see in the first 2 days we are running good, I will shrink the window. But we take it easy. We start with 15 minutes time so everybody can relax and start. If you have a tow failure, engine stops, whatever, you allowed to switch on the engine and climb up to maximum altitude. Yeah.
I just wanted to say you must use your engine then, because you're only entitled to get one.
No, Philip, there is, yes. So if you release your glider off the hook of the tow plane, there will be tow planes all the way to the end ready for you. If you decide not to go up with your engine, you will go at the end of the line and it's on your own risk if you reach the window or not. Okay? You can choose if you want. I mean, maybe if somebody has a too small battery, he needs to take the risk. I would recommend you guys to switch on the engine. Please be aware, the runway where the people are entering, only because you have an issue, you're not allowed to go in between. Line in, I think it's no problem at all. Okay? Sorry, I take that back. Thomas Schorb said, Philip, I'm sorry. If you got towed already, you are not allowed to tow again. You have to use your own engine.
This is only allowed for Urs in this case. He can tow as often as he wants to because he has no engine.
So, guys without engine can land and get towed again. Okay. Ja, Stefan? Ja. Yeah, I agree, Stefan. We make a local rule here. Please do not release the water above other planes. We will not be able to control it. Our guys will watch through the heat. If somebody does it on you, please go to them and say, hey, and we will give the guy a penalty, kind of tell him to not do it again, okay? But it's a difficult thing. I think it's fair play for all the pilots, and you're absolutely right, yeah. Schorbinator, anything else to add? It will be his last words with the Perlan, okay? Sorry. Real planes were thermaling yesterday. Everybody is aware that we have a competition here. There will be one of the club Neresheim on the walkie-talkie all day. You saw maybe yesterday army helicopters. We have the megaphone. If it will happen, we will cancel the heat, and your co-pilot is the guy which needs to make sure that your glider disappears from the area where the real glider is, okay? We leave it running as long as we can. If there's a safety issue, we will cancel the heat and restart it. Okay? Yeah, okay. Now about the general rules. No, Klaus, you had a question, sorry. Yeah, I'm just doing this, okay. So, this one we will watch very clearly in the beginning, okay? Group 1, thermals left. Group 2, thermals right. Group 3, thermals left. Group 4, thermals Right? Group 5 thermals left. Oh fuck, 3 times left. Good, I like left. Okay. And then when we start a new task or a new round, it will start again 1 left and so on. We will try today. Your group partner is never in the next group. He will be always behind. You're playing, like for example, we start now with group 1. During group 1, group 2 needs to prepare the planes on the runway. Okay? When the last plane is landed from the group before, we have 5 minutes until the operation time starts. Okay? Yeah?
Do we have enough channels to do that?
Yes, there will be somebody, you know the channels, which we need to get back, the 4 channels. Before you round, you go to the wood house. In the race office house, you get your channel. Carry it down, fly. Come back with your tablet, take the channel. Marianne with the gun, and Thomas with the gun, and who else? Kamenica with the big gun will stand there and collect the frequency. Andre made them for us. We would love to have them next Friday as well, so we can still fly, okay? Danke. Everybody needs to have Albatros 3.6. The beauty of that, that's the only change, is that you can see the channel number up there, below the start. The sheriff will come to check. If the plate you have and the number do not align, we give you a chance to land and do it again. But if you're on hopping, even if you want to fly, you will go to land, even you miss your flight. I mean, I think it's as simple as it is. You take your number, you go to your tablet, put it in, plus, push, ready to fly, and you go. And it's going to be written there. So check, or your co-pilot check this number, align, and we can all have a great race. Okay? Andre? That's the beauty of our system. We have enough channels. So the group which is flying has 8 channels. And the next group following also has the channels already, okay? So that's possible to have separated without any issue, okay? Yes?
For safety, when thermal,
Yes?
if you overtake
Yes, sorry, you're right. If you overtake a plane on the straight, you have to do it on the right side, okay? And the other very important thing is thermaling planes always have advantage above flying planes. And we learned from the past, especially here when the task is above you, your co-pilot needs to inform you about this. And you can go on the left side as well. We would recommend you to go on the right side. This is true. If there is a plane thermaling and you think you're higher, we are able to track it afterwards, after the crash, and we will tell you whose fault it was, and that guy is going to pay for that, okay? So be aware, collisions are always a risk. We managed it almost without collisions through the last few years. It's very easy if your co-pilot helps you. The pilot is too much in stress, your co-pilot has to do that for you, okay?
And what about in the thermals? Overtaking in the thermals when you're more
The guy above you has advantage. You have to go around him. Okay. Yes?
maybe some people don't realise that you need to call the altitude in the thermal.
Yes, about calling the altitude in the thermal. We did it many times with 10 people. You can be sure that the plane you see is not the altitude you heard, okay? Just forget about this. We do it, of course, through the day. It's an image thing we do since years. It's not working at all. Never cross a plane with your eyes, because you know how it is. There is two guys next to you, 430, 420, and it's somebody else's song. So you always be aware, don't cross. If you're only two planes and you know it's Thomas Schorp's plane, Thomas, what's your altitude? 370. We do that, that works, but don't count on that. The risk is too high, okay? Okay, let's do like this. I hand over to Florian. He will do the rest of the official part, and if there's any questions coming up, I will come back again, okay? Okay, thank you very much. The last thing, sorry. Andre will be absolutely helpful if you cannot upload your flight and so on. He's part of the organization, help you. Through the day, he's a race pilot, I'm a race pilot. Don't even try to come to us for an issue, okay? You can come in the evening, we have people helping you. If your albatross is not working, I don't want anybody screaming on Andre. He does his best, he will help you. For sure we find a way. Keep flying. Your scores don't need to be uploaded straight away. Just kind of do it the way I said. Go from the pilot board specs and then upload it. No mobile phone in front of the flap. Of course, you can take your mobile phone in the flight zone there, because we will also be filming some stuff there. Please, in the pilot box, red zone, and before, no mobile phone signal on. Okay? Okay, thank you. Gut, soll ich dir was machen?
Ja, geht. Welcome and good morning from our side again. Danny made the hard part about the rules, so hopefully it's getting easier now for you. I don't want to say that much more. I think it's clear, no flying without document check, but you guys have already done that, so thank you for that. Just, you know it, actually, everybody. Maximum altitude is 750 meters above the ground. You can also see it in feet. Yeah, Dani mentioned it, if planes are coming here, so real planes, the surrounding airfields are informed. We have a no time out, but it's not a restricted area. You don't get that for a competition like this, so please be aware that there can come planes into the task area, maybe circling, maybe just fly through. We try to keep an eye on that, but we can't prohibit it. Yeah, please respect the safety zones, and no flying over spectators or people around here. That's the reason. These are legal reasons for, yeah, we have that from the government. We're not allowed to do that in general here. One thing, Dani said you can go down the valley. Yes, that's fine for me. I don't care, but please be aware of the fence in the south. Yeah. And then I also kindly ask you, if you're flying outside the official heats and times, please let me or Marcus, you know him already, I think he's standing there. Please let us know for the case other planes are coming in the evening, so we know, okay, is there still model flying activity or is it fine for now? Okay, that's from my side all about flying. Do you have any more questions? Perfect.
Darf noch schnell dazwischen. Das Flugbuch liegt da vorne. Jeder muss sich jeden Tag eintragen.
Oh yeah. Yeah. One more thing. We have a flight log for the days. It's laying over there. Dani, can you show it just? Okay. It's a flight log, and please, everybody needs to register for each day if he wants to fly. So, is that clear? Okay, thank you. Yeah, then a few more general information. As I said yesterday, the power is limited at the complete airfield, but I think nobody had problems with power connections, or if there's everything fine, thank you from that side. It seems to be working even with that lot of camping vans and so on. Storage of the gliders, I mentioned it already yesterday, so feel free to put it in the hangar. I've one question, it's up to you. We can leave the hangar open during the night so you can get to your plane at any time. But we can also say, let's make closing time at 10 p.m. So that's up to you. Just make it easy. Hands up if you want to have the hangar closed at 10 p.m. Okay, just 3. Do you want it open? Hands up, please. Also 3. So now I have the problem. Then it's easier. Let's get closing time. Dani has a key. If you need to go to your plane during the night, wake up Dani and he will scream at you. Yeah. A little bit more camping. Take it easy. We can make this just the next few days registering, and we will just come up with some details, but nothing complicated for sure. Few guys asked already about the t-shirts. The pre-ordered ones are available, so you can collect them, but we have more. If you haven't ordered any shirt and say now, oh, they're looking good, I want one, no problem, we should have enough. Yeah, document check, mentioned it already, but that was working. Thank you for that. And we have seen a little shortage of toilets for the men. We are also working on some backup. Hope that's fine for you. More important things, food and drinks. We will make breakfast like today in the hangar from 7 to 8 in the morning. You've seen snacks during the day will be available at the booth. We have also coffee, cakes, ice at the window. You've seen that. I think it's getting easier from day to day, hopefully. And we said, okay, dinner daily at around 8 p.m. Depends on a little bit, but we can adjust that if it's not working. For breakfast and dinner, please just make your wish or how many meals you want at the list. A lot of you made that already. Thank you for that. And yesterday it was working from our side pretty good. So thank you for that, even with information shortage about how is it going. Thank you. Yeah. Please pre-buy the coupons for the food, just hygienic reasons, and drinks at the trailer. If you don't have any more questions, or do you have one? Then, yeah. Thank you. Please fly safe, fly fair, and get the race started.